This corner of the Cabrillo Isle Marina on Harbour Island used to be what General Manager Tony Reese calls a cesspool. Garbage, plant waste, gasoline, all got pushed into the corner by prevailing winds and tides.
And at high tide, get pulled up off the rocks and come out and just become a little scum alley. And then at low tide, go back and rest on the rocks and wait for the next tide to pull it up and make the mess all over again.
But for the past 9 months, an industrial bucket-sized pump has been anchored to the dock, and it sucks up anything that floats. It's like a large mechanical shellfish that constantly filters water.
As you can see, it's a very quiet device, very small, unobtrusive, only about 2.5 feet wide by about 3.5 feet deep, has a small pump on the bottom, and so then it just nonstop throughout the day pulls in floating debris across the surface as well as petroleum.
Reese says the device is basically 5 parts: an outer case, an inner shell, a basket, a filter, and a pump. The pump creates enough suction to pull the yellow internal shell below the water line. Water flows into the basket, bringing along anything on the surface. A separate petroleum filter captures fuel that floats. Reese says the device is located on the dock so the pump can be plugged in, and that allows it to run around the clock.
It's really magnified in this location where it all collects, but there is floating debris throughout every marina, throughout the entirety of the bay, and throughout the ocean. So this is just the kind of tip of the iceberg.
Before the filter was installed, maintenance workers collected debris with skimmers and other tools, but that work was time-consuming and ineffective. Now the pump's filter is quickly pulled up and emptied 3 times a day.
The collection bag is designed to hold about 20 pounds of material, so on an average day we're pulling about 60 pounds out of the water.
The trash ends up at the Marina's recycling station, where maintenance supervisor Ray Gonzalez sifts through the material.
When we collect the items from the Sieben, we separate it into non-organic and organic type.
Gonzalez reaches into his trash can and pulls out plastics and other materials, starting with the large items first.
So we'll sort out most of the ones that protrude out of it, all the plastic that's more visible. And then after that, we start into the raking process of getting most of it. But we first go for all the plastic stuff.
Plastics go to the recycling bin, and organic material is added to the Marina's compost pile. Gonzalez says the pump gets high marks from tenants who are pleased with the cleaner water around their boats. San Diego Coastkeeper, a local clean water group, says the pumps can help the bay. Matt O'Malley says he prefers to work on initiatives that keep trash out of the water, but he doesn't ignore the fact that trash ends up there.
That trash and those solvents and those oils, they do move around the bay. In those places, they're generally located in a tight spot. So there is an opportunity actually to clean those localized spots, maybe easier than it is in the open bay.
The Sieben needs to be plugged into work, although designers are working on one that can use solar panels to power the pump. The device has been filtering water at the Harbour Island Marina for 9 months. That trial expands to marinas in other California cities this month. Eric Anderson, KPBS News.